Hey guys, it's me again, obviously, kind of who else do you expect? But anyway, I'm just in a really weird mood right now. This is a video about when I went to the Harry Potter tour with my dad. I've been once before, but I went as a trip with college due to the fact I did a media course. So on this trip I did with college, we literally rushed around it in like 2 hours because everyone wanted, like a lot of people didn't want to be there because it was a compulsory trip. So we're like, yeah, well, you know, some of us actually do want to be here, but we had to rush around it for those that didn't. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, anyway, so I went with my dad, and it was a nice, it was a good, I enjoyed it, spending time with my dad. Like, we don't really spend time together, so it was really nice. As I said previously in another video, I bought my dad a ticket to go for Christmas, and obviously myself a ticket because that's kind of mean for me to make him go on his own. So that was his Christmas present. So yeah, we went together and it was amazing. I highly recommend going. Like, it was amazing the first time, but it was even better this time, probably because, well, when we went in, they said, we recommend 3 hours for this tour. And it was like 5.5 hours later that we came out and then spent time in the shop and everything. So we were in there for quite a while. So spending more time in there helped because you could actually look at other things more and like read things that I didn't get the chance to before, and like take more photos and everything. So yeah, it was amazing. Like, I don't even know, I loved it there, but I do hate it at the same time. Only because when you go to places like this, you're like, but that means none of Harry Potter was real. It didn't really happen. Like, how could it be that that didn't really happen? And I know it didn't really happen, but when you watch it, you're like, this looks so real. Like, it could actually have happened, which is the point of a film. But it's still disappointing when you see that it's definitely not real. If that makes sense. Like, I know, I'm not, like, I don't want people to think I'm gullible and I think, oh my god, Harry Potter is real. But it is still disappointing when you know that it's not for sure because you've seen all these things. But anyway, you get to see so much that, like, there's so much to see. You get the, before you even go in, you see the cupboard under the stairs, and like you go in and you walk through in like the entrance doors, and you walk through the grand hall. You see things like the common room, like the Gryffindor common room and the boys' dormitory. You see other sets like Hagrid's house. You see things about the animals they had. Like, it was really weird. They have so many. I think Fang was the one that had the most animal actors in it, but like, they had multiple for every one of them. And I think it's hilarious that with Mrs. Norris, I think there were 3 different cats that played Mrs. Norris, and they were all featured in every film. But there was only one of those cats that was actually a girl. And I don't know why it made me laugh so much, but it really made me laugh. I'm like, yeah, but it's Mrs. Norris. How can it not be a female the whole way through? But still, that's the way it was. Sorry, I'm just getting comfortable. But yeah, so you see all the different things. You see costumes. You see Harry's house with his family, like the Privet Drive house. Oh, you just see so many different things. Like, there's just so much to even see that even though we were there for that long, I doubt we even saw all of it. There's just so much to do. I got to drive the flying car. That was cool. Like, I drove it, like, my first driving lesson, yeah, and I almost got hit by a train, but I didn't crash into the Whomping Willow, so that's always good. But I was really impressed with myself. I didn't get hit by the train. But yeah, so I drove that. I've got a photo of that I can put in. I also flew on a broomstick, but I don't have a photo of that because the green screen was making the blue parts of my hair invisible, and it made me look like I'd done a really, really bad Photoshop cut of my hair. That's the way it kind of looked. but it's just because of the colour of my hair, and also the blonde was reflecting the green, so it was also cutting it out too. But still, it was fun. I enjoyed that. So you go through that, and then you see all these different, it's just unbelievable. You get all the signs, like the declaration signs, like all students must do this and they mustn't do that. That's my impersonation of her voice. Like, oh, there's just so much to see and do. You get to go inside Dumbledore's office. Oh, and inside the Weasley's kitchen. Yeah, there's just so much. Literally, that's not even half of it, as in half of the first half. And then you get to go onto platform 9 3/4, which is so cool. I'm like, yes, platform 9 3/4, let's go to Hogwarts. But it kind of doesn't work. But you do get to go on the actual train, like the actual Hogwarts Express train, like the actual one that they actually filmed everything on. And they have different carriages to the different films, so like the different carriages have things from, not all of the films, but most of them, like the frosted up windows when there were the Dementors, that kind of thing. And so different carriages, different things, which was really cool. And then there was a cafe. The cafe did really good food, but what was even more good, I had one before and it was still just as amazing this time, is they actually sell butterbeer. And butterbeer is so yummy. Probably not healthy, but yummy. It really did taste good. And so anyone that goes to Harry Potter, I recommend you get a butterbeer because they are good. And this time it also did butterbeer ice cream, which is ice cream that tastes like butterbeer. Kind of explains it, but I just thought I would make sure that you guys knew what it was on about, and that was just as yummy. Then you go into the outside where there's a privet drive, the night bus, all that kind of stuff, and then that's when you go in and you see all the costumes. You see Dobby, which is sad, poor Dobby. You see Aragog, giant spider, like huge. He really is huge, but obviously he's not real and he doesn't move. But Buckbeak moves. They have Buckbeak there, and it's like, oh, it's a little Buckbeak, and he moves. And there was a thing where the animation mechanic kind of specialist was saying about when people came in to see, like they didn't come in as part of the tour, they came in during the filming, and he didn't say who they were, but they were VIPs, and they bowed to Buckbeak when they came in, like how you're supposed to bow to a hippogriff, and he bowed back. So then they bowed back, and then they made him, Buckbeak was made to bow back, and this went on for about 20 times, while the guy who made Buckbeak was in tears of laughter, and one of the people who were visiting said, please can you stop him bowing back, because as long as he bows back to us, we will bow back to him. We know he's not real, but we will bow back to him. So that was hilarious. I thought, yeah, I can imagine that's the kind of thing I would do. But so, and then we went down Diagon Alley. You see all like Gringotts and all the shops and the Weasley shop. You couldn't go in any of them. They were just like the fronts of shops. But it was still so cool. You could see in through the windows. That was amazing. And then you see the Hogwarts Castle, which is massive, but is tiny compared to what it should be. It should be a real huge sized castle, but it's not. Like, it's bigger than me by quite a bit, but it's still tiny. And you're like, it should be a real castle. How is it not a real castle? They make it look like a real castle, but it's not. But yeah, so you see that, and you see all artwork and stuff that the designers made. You see little like paper models of different things like Hogwarts, the Burrow, and just loads of different things. You're like, wow, this is like, wow. How does someone even get the talent to do all of that? But they do, and you go through and you see it, and it's amazing. And yeah, it's definitely worth going to and I know it is kind of expensive, but it is completely worth the price. So I do recommend you go and see it, and I will upload, well, I'll put some photos in just after I've said like my goodbye thing of some of the things that happened and some of the things I saw. And yeah, it was just a good time, and I hope you guys enjoy. And if you've been, let me know your favourite part of when you went. And yeah, so that's all for now, guys, and I will see you next video. Please like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you enjoy all my videos, and I will see you next video. Bye.
Someone points. Is that Hogsmeade up ahead? Oh, look at the window. There's a chocolate frog. Someone wants the chocolate frog. Oh, grab it. Can you? Somebody grab it. Somebody try to get a hold of it. Don't let it get away. And oh, there you go. You have it. Oh, there's Harry and Ron. Everybody, give them a wave. Say hello.
Gonna crash.
Punch down, don't let them see you.
I'm sucking my soul out.
Look out the window, why don't you look out the window? Keep wiggling away. Take a real good look. Good job, everyone. Good job. Now everyone can just relax. Almost at home, boys. And cut. Well done, everyone. Thanks for riding along.
So please make him stop. Protocol demands we keep bowing. It was so funny, I had tears rolling down my face.